Now, here's Chief Meteorologist Tony Petrarca with your live Pinpoint Doppler 12 Futurecast.
Well, those West Coast storms have an impact on our weather. I'm watching that storm very closely because that moisture, it'll take 3 or 4 days to move across the country. It arrives here by the latter part of the weekend with some heavy rain and some wind. Very typical during El Nino years when you get these West Coast storms travel across the southern plains and then take the route north and east towards New England. And that's pretty much going to be the pattern of the next couple of weeks. I do anticipate a stormier weather pattern over the next couple of weeks. Take a look at live Pinpoint Doppler 12 radar. Well, now that I said that, I've sparked the interest of snow lovers. It just remains to be seen whether or not, as each storm approaches, if there's enough cold air to produce snow. The storm on Sunday, no doubt it's all rain. In fact, it'll be a very warm day coming up on Sunday. Doppler radar not seeing any precipitation. Visibility is pretty good now. There's moisture in the air. There's some humidity. And as the atmosphere continues to cool, some of that moisture kind of collects and it condenses. You can sometimes get a dew on your car windshield, a little patchy fog. And I'm watching that closely because the temperature is below freezing. So any fog that forms, of course, fog is very fine particles of water. It can sometimes collect on the pavement. So you get cold temperatures, a little damp pavement. There could be some patchy black ice early tomorrow morning away from the coastline. However, at this point, the chances are pretty small. But check in with Michelle Buscatello tomorrow morning at 4:30 a.m. Smithfield now coming in 27, clear skies. Taunton's down to 18 and New Bedford at 21, mid-20s along the south shore. So that late night fog, patchy, Sunday storm likely. We're talking heavy rain and wind, and then it turns a lot colder next week, feeling more like winter. In fact, speaking of storms, a pretty big one off the New England coastline. It's far away. It's heading out to sea, not a concern to us, but to give you an idea of how the pattern is starting to get active. So for tonight, increasing clouds, even though it's clear right now, patchy fog towards daybreak, temperatures in the 20s. For tomorrow morning, starting with clouds and a little patchy fog, it should thin out to some partial sunshine later in the morning and early afternoon. Temperatures rising tomorrow morning through the 30s. Any limited sunshine that we get tomorrow afternoon will be replaced by increasing clouds coming in off the ocean, looking at temperatures of around 43 degrees, much like what we had this afternoon, lower 40s. In fact, here it is city by city and town by town tomorrow afternoon. Temps upper 30s to low 40s. Hope Valley at 43. Not too bad. Cool across the northern part of the state. Upper 30s to around 40 and low 40s across southeastern Massachusetts. 7-day futurecast. Saturday, not a lot of rain in terms of amounts, though I do anticipate perhaps some mist or some drizzle. But the real heavy rain and wind is later Saturday night, and especially for Sunday. Would not surprise me. Let's try to go back to the 7-day futurecast. Can we go backwards? Come on, keep our fingers crossed. Try it one more time. Come on. All right, well, we get some rain coming up, rain and wind on your Sunday. And again, some of that rain is going to be heavy at times, and temperatures in the upper 50s to lower 60s perhaps, and then colder weather by next week. We're talking daytime highs that are only in the 30s. You get the idea. It's a wet weekend coming up.
We get that. All right, thanks, Tony. Coming up next, then